when it's like too wide, it's going to be like too bright. So you know, if you're gonna lose like quality.
Yeah, that's also true. But you've got good lighting though.
Oh yeah,
Let me
nice.
see. We should be live. Hello, guys. If
Hey,
you
hello
can,
guys.
please. Hello, Chaitanya. Hello, Sid. Hey, everyone. If you can, please let us know as usually. Okay, Nizé, perfect. Let's invite him in. He should be
Hey,
here.
Mandem.
Hello, hello.
Hey,
How are you
hey,
doing?
Can you
hey,
hear
what's
me?
going on? Yes, sir.
How you doing, boys? You
Not
okay?
bad at
Good,
all.
man.
Not bad at all.
Absolutely
Yeah.
great.
Well, good. Okay.
Happy Monday, you mother beeps.
Happy Monday to you as well. That was a
Happy
nice Monday
Monday.
greeting. Okay, let me notify the communities. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Angel, has it started snowing yet where you are?
It's not snowing yet, but it's really cold. So it's like pretty much like 2 degrees, 1 degree maybe all the time. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. Oh, fair. Whew.
Crazy cold. I don't like it at all, but it's what it
Yeah.
is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, boy.
What about the UK? Is it snowing already or not?
Not yet. It's cold as well. It's probably about 10 at the moment, 10 degrees. Not too bad.
All right, yeah, that's like chill,
Okay.
like chill. You know,
Yeah.
chilly weather pretty much.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I need to go to somewhere where it's like warm. You know,
Uh-huh. I hear
maybe
you.
I should live like on a desert island when there's just only a beach and Wi-Fi for sure because I have to trade. But that's
Yeah.
pretty much you know, my dream life.
I hear you, bro. The thing is, right? You know, like it's not unachievable because like there are a lot of beautiful islands that are super cheap where you can have obviously good Wi-Fi and stuff. Like there's a lot of islands in Thailand, you know, beautiful ones with great Wi-Fi, super cheap to live, you know, and a great lifestyle. So why not?
Yeah, actually makes that's like my dream life. Just
Yeah.
sitting at the beach the whole day, see if I can trade. If not, then I can surf. Pretty much. I mean, all right, guys,
Yeah.
let's get back to business. What do we have here?
So you are looking at the euro US dollar because we just hit the point of control area. So basically,
Yes, sir.
since the June 2025, been talking about it on every stream. This is basically the zone where there was the most of the volume, most of the orders. This is a very crucial zone for the market. And if you replay the stream from last Monday, I said we're going to reach this zone, and now I'm just waiting whatever is going to happen. I'm still holding my bullish bias. I still think that we're going to create new higher high, which we almost did, but probably we will do till the end of today. And everything is going to be pretty much depending on the Friday's PCE data. So mark up your calendars, guys, because Friday is going to be very important for the US dollar. Next week, we have the Fed rate decision. It's pretty much settled based on a Fed Watch tool. I can pull it out as well. Let me see. So Fed Watch tool, I think when I checked, it was somewhere about
80-something%, isn't it?
But yeah, it's about 90%. Yeah, 87.
Oh,
87. I
yeah.
think Fed Watch tool 87. So yeah, the markets are saying us pretty much that we're going to have the cut. But it's very important what's going to be the tone and what's going to be their plan for the next year. And if we're going to get some increase in, let's say, the PC index or the consumer spending, because we're going to have also consumer data, the spending and income, and if these data are going to go higher than what's expected, we can pretty much expect some bullish momentum from dollar. I mean, if that's going to be the number that is expected, that is market consensus, I don't think it's going to move dollar, or if it's going to create dollar more weaker because the market already priced in the possible cut and the dovish tone. But on the other hand, if the data shows to be crucial, meaning something higher than what's expected, then I think we can get some bullish dollar momentum. But overall, as I'm looking at the Euro USD, still very bullish. I mean, there's a lot of just going to highlight the gap here so I don't forget. We've got a lot of zones towards the downside, so it still offers a lot of opportunity towards the upside. I think what's going to happen, we're going to have some correction on the point of control zone. The orange area, just going to show you how to do it. You can go on daily when you have some range, or could be any period of time. You're going to the fixed range volume profile. You're going to extend it from for the period that you want, from the start to the end, and you're going to get something like this. I think mine was on a different provider. That's why is mine zone a little bit higher, but you can clearly see that most of the volume was pretty much done here. So I'll be expecting some reaction there. As I said, it works both ways for me as a magnet. So and that's why I was saying last Monday that we're gonna most likely hit the orange zone because it works like a magnet for me. And then a lot of people also uses it as a support and resistances. So the next, if we break this, the next resistance would be here at the top where was the second biggest trading volume at that time. So this is the one way you do it. The other way how you can do so is also use, I don't know if I have it here, probably. Yeah, there's a boom. If you want for the specific period, so if you zoom it out, it's going to take all of it, and you can then just set it up. I like to set it up to 300, so the bars are a little bit. Let's do it. Oh, it's not working. 300. Am I? Oh, sorry, guys. This. Okay. And you can also check it, check the volume this way. So those are the two ways. Let me briefly check the chat. I can. Lots of trades, good opportunities. Okay, so staying with the euro dollar, Ken, what are your thoughts? Are you aligned or?
Oh yeah, specifically with euro dollar. Yeah, I'm definitely aligned with you. I was actually looking for a sweep of liquidity this morning, but it didn't quite get it. We came down towards the Asian range low around, which is marked at 15.89. But I wanted to see a sweep, and I would have obviously taken the longs today.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm fully aligned with you. Obviously, yes, we're in sort of high phase, structure's intact. We almost have like a massive, like double bottom. When you look at the lows of 5th of November, early November, and the lows of last week, the week before.
Early November.
So, yeah, if you look at a daily, we've got basically a bit of a W forming, two bottoms there.
Oh, you mean these ones? Yeah,
exactly. So we're at that neckline now, okay, and this is obviously the gateway. If we break this down, it's going to fly, isn't it, really? So, yeah. And, just on a macro level, sort of fully, I'm not I'm fully aligned with you in terms of the dollar downside. I think, markets are just running right now with the narrative of, the dovish shift in the FOMC. We've had some recent comments from a few members, and, it's thinking further beyond that as well. Is 2026, people are expecting whoever's coming in to replace Powell is likely to be someone super dovish. So they're going to come in, forget about inflation and just focus on growth. So QE will come in, aggressive low rates. So yeah, it's dollar negative, and like when you look at the Dixie structurally, we're breaking structure now, and it's vulnerable. It's vulnerable. Double top, flip side to the euro dollar double bottom. We've got a double top there on the Dixie. So yeah, fully aligned with you. I think this is going to come back down. Yeah, man.
I'm glad that you told me last week about the replacement in the Fed board, because something actually recently happened in the Czech Republic, in the Czech National Bank as well, that we got a new governor, and usually what happens when the new government steps in, he wants to be favorite, so he goes for lower rates and focusing growth, and it happened exactly the same way. Basically, he got replaced, and he just did one press conference saying that I'm going to be as dovish as I possibly can be, and the Czech crown just fell down. So I'm pretty much expecting the same to happen.
Yeah, it's such an easy tactic to do, really, politically, to do that, isn't it? Really, it's an easy move to do. But you got to think down the line, it does cost consumers and it costs businesses in different ways. At the end of the day, you're going to be weakening your currency, quite for how long, potentially for a while. You're weakening your currency, which means it's going to cost you more money if you're, as a business, if you're an importer, right? And you bring goods in, you're going to be paying more. Same thing, and that cost is passed on to consumers. So it's like, okay, fine. But then it's going to be, it's a bit, it sort of cancels each other out. Near term growth, maybe a bit of some pain to come to follow that, you know. So anyway, yes.
Agree, 100% agree.
Yeah.
Okay, and then
Yeah, the highs at 17,200 looks perfect for a target. You guys need to keep in mind this is just looks like a big range right now on the euro dollar. Yeah, 7,200 actually. They're equal highs right there, equal.
Right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
it's a nice target if you're going to hold longs. Yeah.
Yeah, that's my second zone, just based on the volume, as I said, as I showed you 5 minutes ago. I'm gonna again just stretch it from here to here, and that's basically where the second biggest volume in this range was 1.17 to 1.173. I like threes, so I'd be targeting 73s if we actually break and close above these highs, these two, which is at, let me just take this, and it's, if we close above 1668, then I'll be taking longs to 17, which is 50 pips, but it would be for me at least pretty much guaranteed. No financial advice, but that is my ideal trading setup.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, gold is continuing towards the high. Okay, and with the gold, I'm going to delete this. Yeah, it looks like we're on the way, especially if we're going to get a weaker dollar. We're on the way to create new higher highs above 4,300. Yeah, most likely. We've got this zone, which is on 4 hour, the gap, the last gap from the correction, pretty steep correction, but I'm going to wait what's going to happen here if we're going to get some correction, let's say back towards 4,200, and then I'll be taking the longs as waiting for the market structure, so something like this, and then taking the longs. For me now is too late to take longs because we can bounce towards the downside for the correction at the bottom of the gap, so which is 42.80. So yeah, I'll probably just wait on a gold. What are your views, guys, on gold?
Yeah, I think definitely. As we said in the last stream, we've had that weekly higher low. We filled on the weekly. I wanted to see. Obviously, you couldn't see it initially on your chart, Jake. But remember that weekly gap that we were speaking about to downside.
Yeah. That was somewhere here in those. No, yes.
Down. Yeah, look, it's just below there. Look. Yeah. So look.
Let me.
Yeah, you can see it there.
You screen the chair. You mean this one?
Screen the share.
Screen the share. Share the screen.
Yeah. Oh my god. You're gonna get clipped now. You're the next one getting clipped after that.
Okay.
But yeah, you got it there, that gap.
Perfect English from my part. I'm going to start sharing the screen.
Yeah, I'll share.
I'm going to let you share the screen.
Oh, brilliant.
Can you, by the way, can you see me, guys?
Yeah, I can see you.
Why am I now frozen in my computer for some reason?
Yeah.
That is
I'll quickly talk about gold anyway. So, this is what I was noting was so I'm screening the share now. We had this gap. We had this gap here. This is what I was talking about before. And I said that we really, really need that weekly fill of that gap. And obviously last week we did that. Even though obviously volume was very light in respect of Thanksgiving, still managed to do that. And what I like, obviously, with my pattern recognition hat on, I love the fact that we've had this consolidation. We formed like this big bullish pennant, effectively, where we are narrowing, we're consolidating, and just waiting for that resumption to the north. So we have so many confluences for this to resume higher. This is obviously, all this was our momentum move, all this push higher. And, there's no reason as to why we can't see the equivalent on the breakout. I mean, that's a huge target, but 5K is very probable. If we go down to the daily right now, structure is wonderful. Okay, higher highs, higher lows. Obviously, we gapped higher there at the open with gold, but right now, obviously, we're in higher phase. Okay, I would like to see the pullback, and then I will look to dip buy. Where? Okay, let's just drop down to the 1 hour now. I mean, anywhere. I think we potentially could fill this gap. So maybe come down to here. All right, down towards 4,200, thereabouts. Nice. Yeah, dip buy here for me. Okay.
Yeah, 4,200 was also my level. I think that's the perfect one.
Yeah, man.
For going for the longs.
Yeah, so I like the idea of that. I'm very confident, to be honest, that this is just going to carry on, and we're going to get. Maybe we can clip the all-time high this week. You know, there's momentum there. If the dollar falls off the cliff as it's heading towards, this can just run. You know, so I like it.
Depends on Friday, I would say. Do you think that if we're going to get actually higher CPI and high consumer spending with higher income, like all of the three, the confluence of increase in all of them, do you think we'll get like a big splash on dollar? I mean, like bullish momentum?
Okay, here's where it's tricky. All right, let me give you a quick take on it. So how we have to see it. Okay, if inflation's higher, in theory, yes, that should be dollar positive because obviously we need to keep rates higher. But markets are obviously at the moment they're disregarding the risks of inflation, and you know, if we've got these potential front runners who are super dovish for the FOMC and they're not even focused on inflation, then markets are not going to be focused on inflation because they're just thinking, look, regardless of that, the FOMC are still going to be cutting rates. So I think they could disregard that. So there might be a little bit of dollar strength initially if it's higher, but then I don't think it'll be sustained. Okay, I think it'll be sold. But then here's the other take as well, is that remember, for gold specifically, gold is still a hedge against inflation. So gold will still hedge against that potential risk. So if inflation's sticky, gold should be a buy because it's a hedge against inflation. So I think it's a win-win situation for gold, regardless of that data, personally.
Yeah, that's true. But also with that, if dollar would get a little bit of momentum, I would probably still wait. If the inflation goes higher, for me, my scenario would be if we get higher inflation, higher spending, higher income, then I would wait because I think gold would first do a correction or downside move based on a stronger dollar. At least we're going to get the cut, in my view, it's 100%, but some sort of a delay for the next one, maybe, if we're going to get higher numbers. So, but still, I would just wait for the correction. And even if that's higher, long-term, midterm, it's still bearish. I mean, dollar.
Definitely. Yeah, no, fair. Could I quickly cover some markets that I like the look of?
It's yours.
Yeah, man. So let me just share the entire screen. 1 moment, let's go share the entire screen. Guys, I am super sexy for Aussie dollar right now. There's a number of pairs.
Sounds about right.
There's a number of AUD that I like the look of, pairs that are on the watch list, and I want to talk you through them quickly. So let's talk about this. If we just, I'm going to filter up. I'm on Forex Factory. Let me just quickly filter this out and stick to Aussie dollar only, just so you can see where my thinking's at right now. Okay, obviously, you know, late 2024, start of 2025, we were pretty bearish the Australian dollar, but things are shifting. Now, if we look at the most recent run of data from Australia, okay, obviously, look, we had the RBA here. They're on hold at the moment. Look, their last decision, 3.6%. They're not looking to cut rates again. Okay, now I'm going to put a spin on this in a moment. Interesting. Labor market data is bullish. We had 42,000 jobs being added, smashed expectations. The unemployment rate was lower. It dropped down to 4.3%. Okay, big drop there, which is bullish. Then if we look at the wage price index, remains elevated, 0.8%. So wages are still high. Fast forward again. CPI last week in the quiet week was 3.8%. So we've got a strong labor market. It's no surprise that we're going to see people still spending. Wages are high. So that's filtering through into inflation. So inflation's remained sticky. Now, the RBA are in no way going to be cutting rate. Everyone's cutting. The RBA are not going to be cutting. There's actually pricing right now around 30-something% that the RBA could even hike rates. Okay? So, and they've said this a couple of decisions ago that they, maybe it's about 3 or 4 decisions ago. They said, we could hike rates or we could cut rates, when we're in this cycle, because inflation's still a problem. But the economy's still okay. So AUD is a potential. There's this divergence versus its peers. So AUD USD is looking good right now. I mean, it's not my favorite, but similar to euro, similar to a lot of the dollar pairs, we're breaking sort of structure where we're printing these lower highs, lower lows, looking really nice. We have nice structure, really clean structure on the 4 hour, these high highs, high lows. I'm watching for some dip buying right now. This is on my watch list today. See, we've swept the Asian range high. Maybe we can pull back a little bit, but I'm looking at some dip buying potentially around. It would be nice to come down here, but I don't think we'll come all the way down to the Asian range low. But that would be a nice buying area for me. but structure still maintained. I mean, it'd be great if I could buy here, to be honest. So I'm watching that. I also like the look of GBP Aussie. I'm watching this pullback right now. So if we look at this, we know the fundamentals with the pound are a little bit shaky. On the weekly, we're printing lower highs, lower lows. Really freaking clean, man. We came up, you see this big gap to the downside there? We came up and retested that gap and rejected. You know how we said before, when we have gaps, they're going to act as either support or resistance, depending on what side we're looking at. And obviously, in this case, we're looking at is bearish, gap lower, came up for the retest, big rejection. Structure is beautiful right now. What we've got going on, key support here at the psychological 202.50 area. I'm watching this retest for rejections today, and I'd like to enter some shorts anywhere in this region once I see that confirmation of rejection. So that's on the watch list.
What do you think? Sorry to cut you off. What do you think about Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar? I like that as well, and we kind of now closing the correction. It does.
Yes.
It looks good actually to me.
It does look good. I had a couple of areas that I'd like to potentially buy. It's either stage of rebound where we're at now, this zone here, or it's potentially challenging these lows down here around 13. I mean, I don't think we'll drop that. That's very drastic, that drop. So it's unlikely. It is. So if we stage a nice bullish rebound today and we get a bullish engulfing out of this zone, just to confirm that the buyers are here, then I will look at some longs. So I like that as well, Jake. A lot. And very lastly, I like the look of Aussie CAD, albeit it's consolidating a lot right now, but it is structured to the upside. We're just going through this, consolidation at present. I'm just waiting for that BOS at the moment, that breaker structure here around 91.70, 91.80, and we'll look for some buys there. So it's very focused around Aussie dollar this week for me. Just finding the best couple of pairs, and I'll look to long. I think GP Aussie's my favorite right now. Aussie dollar I would take just because it's a cautious one. It's like a slow mover. It's not drastic like GP Aussie. So I might look at taking that as well. So yeah, a couple on the watch list there. Yeah, man.
Yeah, that looks good. That looks actually really
looks
good.
Awesome.
Yeah, my man.
Let me just quickly reply to chat.
Actually, pound AUD is the best. I mean, the structure is just beautiful. It's just a nice trade. It's just aligned with every single time frame.
Yeah, it does look really good. Looks really good. So, yeah, let's see.
And also, so that's Australian dollar. You still have bearish views on pound, right?
Yeah, at the moment, because we're going to be heading towards rate cuts again from the Bank of England. As we saw from that last decision, they are very split and more when it cuts. So we're getting that. And then, there's still a lot of, mess politically and cost of living crisis. So I think, Aussie dollar makes the better bet right now.
Okay. Makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. So,
man.
Andrew, would you like to take over and provide the viewers with Indices analysis? Can you screen your share and go for it?
Of course. Let me screen my share on the view trading.
Chatanya said that even before me.
Alrighty, guys.
As we get more used to with people in the chat, I think we're gonna get bullied.
All right, so obviously we had a nice reaction outside this gap on the last week, and we have a beautiful closure right here. We can confirm that now this weekly candle is bullish right here after this closure. And now this next weekly candle, we have a nice open right here, and we're trading lower, which means we're pretty much rebalancing this area right here, which is nice. I like the way we are actually open here, because we could safely say then at the end of December, then we can expect the next candles just to print and close higher for the rest of the month, right? We have 4 weeks, we'll be 4 candles right now. This is what I can see for the indices right now. If we go to a lower time frame on the daily, what we have here is a beautiful daily gap right now where we're trading. We're actually rejecting the 50% of that gap on the daily time frame, going to a lower time frame. As you can see here, we're pretty much holding this structure. We're pretty much holding this low. This is going to be the determining factor if we want to see the price going bullish. And I want to see a 4-hour closure above this gap right here because we're actually respecting this gap. So as soon as there's a 4-hour candle closure above and disrespecting this gap, is going to confirm that this high is going to is likely to get taken, and then we are of course going to run towards this high as targets. We have a beautiful buy side right here, and then of course ultimately all-time highs. But you guys need to of course keep the low-hanging fruits, of course, and then it's going to be, of course, this one first. This high is going to be a nice target for this week, and today, if we have a nice closure above this gap, this is going to be a nice target as well. I'm super bullish right now. At the moment, of course, I'm just waiting until I have something to confirm where to trade at, because we're like just on the retracement, right? I'd rather just to wait until I have the confirmation to trade a continuation rather than actually picking the low, because you can get chopped easily here, and that's when the actually price can trade. So you will rather trade continuations than actually reversals. At least that, from my experience, is actually easier, right? Just to know what you're doing right there. Let's go to the hourly time frame real quick, guys. As you can see, the hourly is still bearish. We have beautiful highs right here. We have buy side equal highs. So it will be nice, because if you look at the sessions, this low is 12. Yeah, this is pretty much midnight open. So this is Asian low, which means we also have London low right here. So I will want to see at the open at 9:30 the price trading lower, manipulating the lows inside the gap, and then having a rejection. Maybe if we have a gap here that gets disrespected, it will be nice to see that reaction and then to see that structure to start trading higher. Okay, guys? This will be a nice place if we will wait for this to happen on the Nasdaq for today, right? Because of course we have the daily and the 4-hour pretty much bullish, but the hourly is still actually waiting for something to confirm in the price to align all the time frames. So that's what I wanted to see, a price running through these lows, right? Because before going higher, we need to get lower first, you know, trap some people, get there. It actually looks nice. Of course, if we do see after the open a beautiful displacement higher that creates a gap on this leg, I'm going to be willing to wait for a retracement to take longs, right? But the most ideal scenario right here will be the price to manipulate lower after the open and respect all this area right here, which is going to be the daily gap. So pretty much it's just waiting time for the Nasdaq. So it will be a display from the sell side to buy side. Just wait for a price to manipulate and then go to a lower time frame to see if we can confirm the price to trade higher, because we have London highs, we have Asian high right here as well. So it's going to be nice if you just wait this lows to get taken and then going for longs. All right, guys. Let's go to the SP 500. Yes, this one is looking actually cleaner because we have a beautiful sell side right here, equal lows. You see the price is actually going after the lows right here, and this is pretty much, again, midnight open price, Asian low. So we have London low here as well. If we then manipulate, well, look at this. This is going to be a range because the price is ranging. So this is pretty much power of 3. We are accumulating right here. What do we want to see? The price manipulating lower, and then what? Distribution higher. And this is all happening on this daily gap right here because ES has the same gap on the daily time frame, and we're also rejecting the 50%. So this is actually a good area if we want to trade higher, but it still needs a little bit of more confirmation on the lower time frame to align everything and trade higher. Okay, guys. Going to the hourly. I think this is a 4-hour. Yeah, let's go to the 4-hour. Pretty same play. We do have a rejection from this gap on the 4-hour. Look at this, guys. So this gap has already been mitigated. So we want to see pretty much a closure above this gap. Is going to tell us that this is disrespecting the bearish order flow, and then this high is likely to get taken. It's going to be the first target for today, right? So we want to see what's going on with the next candles right here. See, this is the 4-hour candle. What I want to see then at 10 a.m., because we have news today at 10 a.m., It's been a while since the last Monday that we actually have data to release at that time. So I want to see the next 4-hour candle opening and then manipulating this previous low and then leaving a wick for the price to close higher. This is what I want to see with the 10 a.m. 4-hour candle, right? I hope it makes sense. Price running through the lows, running the previous 4-hour low and then closing higher and maybe disrespecting this gap to confirm that we're going to just distribute and trade the rest of the week higher. We also have the new weekly opening gap right here. We will want to see the price trading below the new weekly opening gap, leaving the week, and then of course trading towards to the upside for the rest of the week, which will be really nice for the indices right now. So just waiting. I don't want to just hope in the longs because I'm bullish, but I need the lower time frame to actually align with the plan that I have right now, and that's not happening. We just have a big range. So I'm just staying away for now until I have either a beautiful manipulation lower respecting this gap or a beautiful displacement higher to show me a new deal in range where I could trade right from here. But this is the less likely scenario that can happen. I'll just right away for this to happen. And then here we want to see, of course, a beautiful change in the market structure, M5, M15 to price to trade higher. All right, does that make sense, chat? All right. This is the play for yes. Waiting time as well. Bitcoin, I didn't trade Bitcoin last week because it didn't make sense to me. I was waiting for a confirmation that we didn't have. So that's why I didn't actually join to any live on the weekend, right? But if you guys look at this weekly candle right here, look at the way we're opening right here. Look at this closure. This candle is telling us that it is aiming for this low. Right? This low is super likely to get taken at this point. This is 8,000, pretty much 80,000 low. And then of course I want to see the price sweeping the 74,000. Same view for the Bitcoin. I haven't switched to bullish yet because this to me doesn't look bullish. We might see then, for me to turn into bullish price action, I need to see after this accumulation the price disrespecting every single gap in the order flow to the from bearish order flow actually to bullish order flow, and we have this gap on the weekly time frame. So for me to be bullish, I need to see the price closing on a weekly candle above this gap. Otherwise, I'm going to look for sells, right? And this looks like a nice target to me, and this looks like also a nice target. If you go to the 4-hour, as you guys can see here, we have a beautiful displacement here when we have a gap on the 4-hour, right? As you guys can see. So I want to see then the price trading lower, right? So it will be nice to see a retracement here on the hourly time frame and then see a confirmation for the price to trade lower towards this low. All right, guys. This is what I would like to see on Bitcoin. But yeah, that's pretty much what I have. Nothing 100% clear. It's Monday. We have a beautiful week ahead. A lot of data coming in this week. So guys, just trade carefully. We are starting the new month, December. All right?
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
I mean, my idea of trading Bitcoin is just buy it and hold it, not like a CFDs or something, or just holding it, because when I was trading Bitcoin, I wasn't really successful. But then if you just open a crypto wallet and you buy some Bitcoin when it's lower.
I'll say, of course, it's like easier. But if you're going are going to do it, like if you're going to hold Bitcoin like on a wallet, then I'll just wait for a lower price action right now, like 80,000, 74,000, because I'm 100% sure that there are a lot of people actually stacking orders right now, because it makes a lot of sense. You'll say this is a major level of support. So it's a beautiful price to actually retrace, but I think we need to trade a little bit lower because there are a lot of people buying right now. Then one more dip, that's when you guys could come in and then hold. Not a financial advice, but that's pretty much my plan to do so on this cryptocurrency. Okay?
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much for the analysis.
Yes, sir.
Let me just I want to quickly do the euro pound and then talk about the Japanese yen for a brief moment. Can you see my screen?
Yeah, man.
Yes, sir.
Okay, perfect. So someone just asked Jake, what's your view on Japanese yen? Basically, I'm still very bearish. Nothing changed for me. And if you take a look at the index, I mean, this is 4-hour time frame, and it's crystal clear what's the direction of the market. So I'm not expecting anything surprising to market here. We can have some short-term upside momentum, but nothing that should last for longer, because on the US dollar Japanese yen, we kind of in a correction, if I'm not mistaken. Let me open that. Yeah, we're in a correction due to the weak dollar. So I think that Bank of Japan will, at least for now, hold on the intervention. Oh, what is your view, even, Ken? Do you think that they will? I mean, in my view, I think they will, but
So yeah, here's my take. Obviously, Urida obviously spoke last night, didn't he? He basically struck quite a hawkish tone. You know, he said that the tariff risks are fading, there's rising wages. I think this is the scenario. So obviously, markets are now, it's what, 73% probability they're going to be hiking, something like that, 70 to 80% now they're going to hike this month. So what they're going to do, in my opinion, is they're going to hike rates. If this hike does not correct and fend off some of this yen selling, then they'll intervene. So I think they'll view this hike, see what the effects it has. If it doesn't sustain yen strength and stop the weakness, then they're going to intervene. That's my take.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're not going to do it till the end of the year. I would say I would expect it in January, probably. Makes more sense to me than pushing it at the end of the year throughout the holidays and so on.
Yeah, agreed.
They're going to be that sneaky.
Agreed. But for now, it doesn't look like we're getting that test from the markets. I think he spooked the markets a little bit for now. So yeah, man. I thought we were gonna see it, you know, come Friday, but yeah, not quite. We didn't see it.
Yeah, I would love the market to go to 160 to see what's going to happen there. But we got the weak dollar, so unfortunately, I don't think we're going to see it, because I would be probably expecting some sort of a side trend now. We reached 58 at least. No, not yet. Maybe different provider. But I don't think there's going to be a huge bearish or huge bullish momentum. I think it's going to be just somehow just going like nowhere, most likely. Not really into trading US dollar Japanese yen, because none of these two currencies is now for me strong. So I like to trade strong ones against weak ones. As simple as that. And about euro pound, still believe the same. I'm pretty much aligned with Ken about the weak pound. I'm just waiting if we're going to actually break from the channel. Technically speaking, let me do 4 hour. Yeah, that's it. So come on now. Here. Okay, so if we break, then the next stop might be, it's just 20 pips, but from this area, starting end of October, this is the point of control. So I'll be probably targeting, maybe scalping 15 pips if we break above, close actually above that channel, and then if not, I'll be waiting if we can close above these two zones, which is 88.4, 88.5. If so, then I think we're not stopping till 89. On the other hand, if we're going to get weaker and we're going to close below 87.2, then I'll be targeting again this zone, 40 pips. So pretty much the same. If we close above this, 40 pips towards the 89. If we close this, I'll be targeting the 86.8, but I don't think that's going to happen. Euro is still strong. Depends on what data we're going to get this week, guys. Tomorrow we have the CPI data from Europe and the labor market, and on Friday we've got GDP. I would highly recommend to watch at least tomorrow and wait for tomorrow if there's not going to be something sketchy in those reports. But then, I mean, I'll be probably still pretty bullish on Euro. But just looking at the currencies, I don't think there's we've got Australian dollar, as Ken explained, kind of bullish now. Then we've got still Euro. I still believe Swiss franc should be alright. We've got also CPI data from Swiss franc this week, so I'll be watching this. Not that it would change anything, but at least so I have the report. Well, is there anything else that you would basically mark as a bullish currency now, except the Australian dollar, the euro, and the Swiss franc? From minor,
no.
and no, yeah.
No, that'll be it. Those would be the ones. Yeah.
So yeah, here you go, guys. These three would be probably on my long watch list. And as the most bearish now, probably still the New Zealand dollar is very bearish. If you take a look at the index, I mean, we got the correction, I think. Yeah, we did. We did get the correction. But overall, I think it's healthy correction. We're going to continue towards the downside. Even though that Swiss franc, New Zealand dollar, Australian dollar, pretty much correlate with each other, so going the same direction. I don't think that this is going to be the case now because New Zealand is kind of under the pressure to actually ease on the monetary policy. So I think that these two currencies are going to be heading separate ways in upcoming weeks. So for me, New Zealand dollar still very bearish, and after that, now actually might be the US dollar. Yeah. Okay, that's probably all from me. Any other markets, guys, or you're good to go?
That's it on my side, sir.
Perfect.
Yeah, we're all set.
Great. All right, so that's all from us today, guys. Thank you, Angel. Thank you, Ken, for sharing your analysis. And I'll see you tomorrow then, because Angel, do you wanna do a session tomorrow as well on Discord? Just a quick one.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
See us tomorrow on the Discord. Thank you, Chatanya. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you.
I'll see you soon.
Take care, guys. I'll catch you all later.
See ya.